During the Victorian era, there was a conflict between the early Victorians and the late Victorians, where they had a dispute on the development of the society during the 19th century. The early Victorians portrayed society from the social and moral responsibility in a realistic way, but the late Victorians diminished the development of the society and increased the growing of faith crisis through the novel instead. There were three characteristics concerned in their literature, which were the tendency to come face to face with realism, faith in the moral message to construct the world, and the age of pessimism and confusion. These characteristics can be seen in their novels, which have proved that this era developed religious doubt among the Westerners. The first novel that highlighted about the crisis of faith during this era was Robert Elsmere, written by Mary Augusta. It was about Robert Elsmere who doubted about the biblical miracles when he started reading on the history of early French, the saintly bishop and their miracles. He concluded those were just the consequences of human imagination. The second novel that talks about the pessimism and confusion can be found in Jude the Obscure by Thomas Hardy. Hardy expressed how people took religion as something they used to give their lives meaning. He believed that religion was just a hypocrisy where people should just form their own beliefs and move on from the old way of thinking by just depending on religion. The next novel was written by George Eliot, entitled Adam Bede, was about how she disapproved the people who believed that Bible was the one that conducted the good and moral values in life. In this novel, she criticized a man who was generous and kind, but lacked in moral and intellectual senses. Hence, it seemed like the Bible did not have any impact to the ones who believed in its teachings when their actions in life did not present good values. The famous novel that proved how religion confusion occurred in that era was written by Charles Darwin, entitled The Theory of Evolution. He talked about the origin of human species that evolved from animals to humans by scientific theories and through a process of natural selection. Darwin influenced many writers until that subject became an interest for the literary scholars. What is Darwin's theory of evolution? The theory of evolution by natural selection was first formulated in Darwin's book on the origin of species in 1859. The theory describes how organisms change over time as a result of changes in heritable physical or behavioral traits. The power of literature in the Victorian era has influenced the writers from United States and British colonies of Australia, New Zealand and Canada, and often classed as a part of Victorian literature, although they were gradually developing their own different voices. The role of literature in 19th century was approved to emphasize the beliefs among the people that led to the crisis of faith. From these novels, it can be concluded that the crisis of faith happened and was faced by everyone since the Western civilization.